Hello, welcome to SCOD class number 2, Hypothesis, or Hypothesis. This is the second class in a series of SCOD lectures that I'm giving, and I will write more in the details about technical issues and links. First, I will read the hypothesis, or hypothesis, and then I will ask you questions, and then I will read the credits. So first, hypothesis, or hypothesis, means before the thesis. So the thesis is the body of work, the hypothesis, like in science, is the questions. The question that you ask to try to arrive at some kind of logical answer or reasoned answer. Natural questions. Can environmental anachronisms be used to architecturally design sustainable living for a thriving organic community of clients more independent of corporate monopolies? And that's a long question, and I'll try to break it down. Can environmental anachronisms, so anachronism is something taken out of time and place, so it's a metaphor, so creative people use this. And for those of us interested in the environment, this is my reasoning there. There's some of us that are interested in caring about the environment, understanding our relationship with nature, and how human beings fit in the animal context and the natural world. How can this set of assumptions be used to architecturally design sustainable living? And sustainable is a charged word, so let me get into that. Sustainability just simply means how to sustain something for a period of time or indefinitely. Okay? And in the future, I will discuss various definitions and other words that also mean sustainable, such as permaculture, for architectural and way of life purposes. For a thriving organic community, organic, I'm referencing Frank Lloyd Wright, and about 100 years ago, architects began to use the word organic, and now, it's another popular word, but it does mean biological or something that is a complex organism related to nature in that way. Community of clients, so architects design for clients. That's what that means. And that's the mission statement. If you already have pre-existing beliefs and other ways of doing things, that's totally fine and good on you. This is just one way that I'm trying to work through problems. Okay, so, and again, another assumption is we want to be independent, more independent of corporate monopolies. Obviously, total independence is not very reasonable because we depend on each other for support. No man is an island, that kind of thing. SCOD Thesis will attempt to explain how to build answers to this question and provide some conclusions while trying to prove the answer is yes. So, like scientists, I would like to prove the experiment is a success, find a positive answer out of it. So there's the question, which is the hypothesis or hypothesis, then guesswork and assumptions, and then you test for the answer. That's the scientific method. That's how theory works. And you don't have to use SCOD theory, although I'm going to invite you to come up with your own conclusions, your own questions, and vice versa. But you can use methodologies, a similar methodology to come up with your own conclusions as well. Grower, gatherer, craft, community, legacy. That's, is that important? So for some of us, we're going to assume that is important for this thesis or theory. Hi, Tammy. Ancient domicile upon agrarian field, mountain mama looking down, store the last of the harvest, ancestor spirits, walk with us on the path. Colored light through colored glass, beams in high fidelity to the pedestal. From loud heights they see the Shire, beatniks, hippies, punks and bums, hikers, scientists, yuppies and scum. They all dance to the drum, beating through the gate within a belt of justice. Civilization is an ongoing process of evolving. So let's explore assumptions and explore the zeitgeist, the spirit of our times. So what would I like to... Well, I should also say I tend to be more Socratic as a philosopher than Platonic or any other type of philosophic role model. In other words, Socrates is very much the basis of SCOD theory in that you have to have dialogue and arrive at questions. You have to ask questions to arrive at relative truths or answers with other people in society, and that's how we can get answers to what we want to view as the truth. What we can decide on is something true in particular to a particular problem or question. Again, this is 400 years before Christ, so we've added on a lot of baggage to society since then, but I'm just getting to some basic concepts of knowledge. What is knowledge? What is virtue? What is goodness? These are questions that we can perpetually ask and arrive at different answers. Some will be useful in some cases, hopefully. Okay, so Socrates is the basis of my theory. If you have beliefs already that are good for you, I'm not trying to convince you, although you're welcome to listen to me, but I'm not trying to preach to you like I'm not trying to convert you. This is just the way that I'm going about it, so I just have to say. Okay, so what's another question? Is productivity, what should be some of the goals? In other words, I've decided that happiness is a goal, but some people may decide that money is the goal. And if money is the goal, this is not the thesis for you. Money can be part of happiness, and I'm not excluding other lesser goals, minor goals that can be a part of happiness, such as I paid my bills. Yay, I can live comfortably. There's nothing wrong with that. It's part of happiness is this broad definition of happiness, which I will explain and get into. How you can arrive at defining terms for your particular problem, because the terms that you use for your particular problem will be different than terms that another person is using for their particular problem. And that's part of the problems in life that we get into with arguments and arguing with words and with other people, is that a lot of times we're using words that mean something, one thing to us and another thing to the person that we're arguing with. This is a problem of semantics, and it's just a core problem in daily life. Okay, so I want to ask you, what is important to you? What kind of questions you feel are important to ask? And I welcome you to share your answers in the SCOD group on Facebook. It seems to be a good place for people to be able to present their ideas and opinions without too much attack. And the reason I do that is because I do believe in dialogue, and there's a place for debate, but I try to keep debate away in order to give people a sense of comfort that they can present their ideas even if other people consider them crazy or wrong. I think there does need to be freedom to express yourself, and that's primary to the artist. Okay, so I want to thank my partners with SCOD before I go. Ayla, Jenny, Annie, Tammy, Wanda, Selma, Rose, Karen, Eileen, Tom and Jen, Marie, Kodiak, Nina, Jeanette, Katie, Pat, Jesus, Amy, Morale, Military Vets, SCAD, RWU, Dog Peeps, All Feathers, and my mom. So I want to acknowledge, reference,